guys, I'm here to go over some of the Fortnite patch that just dropped early this morning. If you would like to see the whole patch, the minor things like the UI changes and all that stuff, I will be putting the patch notes in the description below, so if you want to sit there and read all of it, feel free to do that. The biggest thing that they changed was the left side of the map. They added a bunch of stuff to the left side of the map. If you ever landed at Greasy Grove or Pleasant Park, you would land there, get your kills, and then, loot, and then try to move on. But it just felt like a walking simulator at that point. You were just kind of walking and walking, maybe go to Loot Lake or, whatever. It just felt empty. It felt barren. And with this change, you can land somewhere at the top of the map and just literally go straight down a line and you will always hit something. There's things to actually loot now, there's things to check out. And so far, in the first 5 hours that I played, I believe I only landed on the left side of the map, and I had so much fun. Even playing 5 hours straight, just going on the left side of the map, I was always finding something new, finding a new chest, finding a new hidden little area. They really went all out with this change. There's a lot of elevation change, which I really, really, really enjoy, because I didn't realize it till I landed at Tilted Towers, and there's like 3-story buildings, 5-story buildings, 2-story buildings. There's a lot of elevation change. And I thought about it, and when you land at Pleasant Park, sure, there's a lot of buildings at Pleasant Park, but if you really, really look at Pleasant Park, all the buildings are pretty much the same level. Sure, there's some 2-story ones, and there's like a 3-story in the back, and, one with a basement, but everything's pretty much on the same level, and that's how most of the game was. Of course, it's a building game. You can build stairs, you can build walls, and you can make yourself higher, but that's not what I'm talking about. If you land at Tilted Towers, whatever it's called, you'll notice it's almost like you're parkouring, because you could jump from one roof to another roof and build down, and it's so exciting, and I hope we see more of this. Like, maybe they'll patch in some stuff on the right side of the map, because the right side of the map does feel a little empty. It's not terrible. Like, you can still land on the right side of the map perfectly fine and get your loot, go to Anarchy Acres or whatever, or Fatal Fields, and, do your loot path and be fine. But I'm hoping we see, like, maybe a little bit of the factories or gas stations that they put in the game, and maybe do something similar to the right side of the map. Now, with all these buildings being in the game, that's a very big, and I mean big, increase to loot changes. There's probably over 10 chests in Tilted Twisted Towers alone, and that's not even finding all of them, because chests don't always spawn when you first land. And with all this increase in, chest and loot, means there's just an increase of ammo and meds. And they kind of countered this by putting in more trees, because if you have more trees, you're getting more mats, and people have to shoot more bullets at your wall to break it. And I think there might be a little bit too much loot in the game right now, and that sounds a little crazy, I know. It sounds a little crazy, but there might be a little bit too much ammo and meds in the game now. I don't really know how they could fix it. I don't know if I really... Like, I'm not dead set on this opinion right now, because, like I said, I've only played 5 hours, and while it may seem like a lot of time to play a test, when you're only landing on one side, and, well, most of the time you're gonna die really fast, because everybody is landing there, so... Which I recommend landing at. It's a ton of fun, even if you're more of a passive player. Check it out, experience it while it's still new, because people will start tapering off from that location and, go check out other stuff, because they've already seen this stuff, but I do recommend landing there and, trying to fight some people. I've had some games where, I've died almost immediately, in some games where I was there for 2 circles in a row, because everybody's just, like, parkouring and fighting, and I'm talking about Tilted Towers here. There's other places like this. There's a little military base with a soccer field, and the soccer ball actually works, and you score a goal, like, little things like that. There's a lot to check out, but let's move on towards other changes, because that's mostly the map change. They've changed the scoped AR, which I really liked. I think a lot of people sleep on the scoped AR, and by that I mean they just don't use it. I think it's a really good gun. I thought it was a good gun prior to this change, and what they changed is they changed basically the reticule on the scope. It's no longer the little chevron, it's basically a plus sign, and I think it's similar to what an ACOG scope is. And I was nailing a lot more headshots with this, and I already thought I was pretty good at the scoped AR, and I noticed an increase in accuracy from this change alone, so I like the change. They changed the biomes, which makes the game just look more pretty. That's kind of going back towards, the map changes. The game just looks beautiful now. It already did look beautiful, but definitely much better now. They fixed some glitches, such as, you know, when a teammate would be down on an item, a gun or a med kit or whatever, you couldn't res them. The game just wouldn't let you either pick up the med kit or res your friend. It just basically nothing happened, and they went through and fixed that. So when someone is knocked in front of you, the game prioritizes picking that person up first rather than picking up the gun or just doing nothing at all. And there's like other minor little fixes. That was the one that stood out the most to me. Like I said, if you guys want to go through and read the patch notes yourself, there was like about 5 or 6 glitch changes, but that one was the biggest one to me. Little quality of life changes, such as corn now actually breaks in one hit. Why did corn have 200 HP? Why? It wasn't even like a fully fledged blossoming corn. It was like a little tiny stalk, like a stick, and it had 200 HP. And I can't tell you how many times that corn has trolled me. And oh god, it doesn't have 200. Just bless. That changed. You can... Building now breaks, like stairs will now break, or walls will now break the metal lamppost and the corn and the chest. So that's just a really nice change overall. Like, quality of life changes. Bless, dude. This game just keeps getting better and better and better and better. But another quality of life change is they changed the sniper rifle. Now, when you snipe somebody, it'll show you how far away you, or how far the person there was they sniped. So if you hear a sniper shot, and you look at the kill feed and it says so-and-so has sniped somebody from 20 meters, you now know that dude was really, really close to you, and you know that was the dude who sniped the other dude. RIP, the other dude. They changed the compass a little bit, where you can now see exactly the numbers. Like, there's a little thing, and it'll show you, like, you were looking at 233. And it's no longer, like, well, I mean, it's still there. There's still 250, there's still 255, whatever, but there's actual in-between numbers, like 254, 253, etc. But yeah, that about wraps up the patch notes. I feel I think everything was a very positive change. Like I said, there's a little minor concern about the loot. There might be too much loot now. The right side might be a little bit too barren. Those are like little concerns that maybe I'm just overthinking it or whatever. But I encourage you guys to go try out this new patch. It's a ton of fun. The game performs better, it looks better, and it's just getting better and better. Thank you, Epic, for listening to us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, go out there and have some fun, guys. Let me know what you think about the video, what you like, and what you agree with, what you don't agree with, or maybe you have something that I didn't point out, or maybe you saw something that I didn't, go over, or maybe I just didn't see in general. Let me know, guys, in the comments, and thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!